The Vikings can go in so many different directions in the first round. Now, I'm still sticking with the take that the Vikings do trade back, specifically with the Kansas City Chiefs for picks 29 and 30 in order to select Andrew Booth Jr. and Tyler Linderbaum. But beyond that, I feel that much of the thinking is, okay, at pick 12, the Vikings, they take Derek Stingley Jr. or they trade back and select Trent McDuffie. Because let's face it, the cornerback situation for the Vikings is a hot-ass mess, but also, maybe this is just me, but I feel that I need to separate myself from the patterns of the previous regime. I'm so caught up in what the Vikings typically do in the draft because Rick Spielman and Mike Zimmer, this draft, they 100% take a corner, but this isn't the previous regime. You have a new GM and an offensive-minded head coach. A head coach who comes from a system of high-powered offense, weapons galore. It makes a ton of sense for the Vikings to go receiver in the first round. You have to prepare for the inevitable departure of Adam Thielen. And even this year, this isn't the same style of run, pass, defense, defense, defense. Run, pass, defense, defense, defense. It's over. I expect to see a lot more empty sets, spread formation. Every playmaker on the field is crucial to the success of what Kevin O'Connell wants to do. I can see the Vikings going receiver in the first round. If they do, you have to take Jameson Williams and nobody else. Drake London and Chris Olave, they're nice players, but Jameson Williams is the home run pick of them all. He's a big play waiting to happen. Last year for the Crimson Tide, he had 79 catches, 1,572 yards, 15 touchdowns. He averaged 20 yards a fucking catch. He's got Sonic the Hedgehog level speed. He just flies past dudes. Even on double teams as a safety, you typically have a head start and you can react once the receiver is in your zone. But against him, you need to turn your hips and run full speed when he's no less than 5 yards behind you just to have a chance at making a play. You're too slow to react, it's over. Picture this. The team's best corner, they're guarding Justin Jefferson, commands a double team from time to time. Thielen in the slot, Irv Smith Jr., he's going to require safety coverage to keep up. You've got Jameson Williams in single coverage, off to the races. You draft this guy, the Vikings could very well have the number one offense in the league next year. No hyperbole, because as it stands right now, personnel-wise, if the Vikings did nothing else, they forfeited all their draft picks, Kevin O'Connell is calling plays, the Vikings should have at least a top 5 offense in yardage and in scoring. You add this guy, this isn't typical Vikings. Anything's possible for this team in the draft. It makes a ton of sense for this team to go receiver in the first round. If Jameson Williams is available at pick 12, you take him. In fact, right after Washington makes their selection, 11th pick overall, Roger Goodell says, all right, the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock. And I think each team, I can't remember if each team gets 2 or 5 minutes before the pick has to be in. Right after Washington makes their pick, Vikings, you make your pick right then and there. Roger Goodell, you don't even need to leave the podium. The Minnesota Vikings select Jameson Williams. Whatever happens a week from today, it's going to be a party, man. Can't wait.